Hey everyone, welcome to today's Angry TV. So, shall we have a little chat about tuition fees? I think we probably should, don't you? Now, over the last couple of days, whenever I've looked at Twitter, all I've heard is I want a degree, I'm entitled to a degree, I want to do it for free, and I want you to pay for it, I want to do nothing, and I want to be equivalent to cert with a degree, so I can get a really good job in the city, and my daddy says I can, and my mummy says I can, and I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it. Unfortunately, snowflakes, students, that's not actually how the real world works. Now, I've got no problem with you getting a degree. If you want to go and get one, great. But try and do something decent with it. Get a proper degree, like medicine or law or, something like that. Something that will provide an actual use to society when you're done. Now, if you choose to do one of those degrees, if I was Prime Minister, you'd get that for free because I think they're brilliant and they're great and they're worthy. But all of these stupid nonsense degrees like media studies and event management is one I've seen this morning. They're pointless. They're worthless. They're just an excuse for you to sit around doing bugger all, listening to The Cure, drinking cheap beer and smoking dope. That's it. That's all you do for 3 years because let's face it, that's what university life is really about. It is if you're not doing some proper degree where it takes some brains and some thought. But, that's fine. Do one of those degrees if you like. But you can't really expect the rest of us who go to work every day to pay for it. To be honest, when you leave university with one of those sorts of degrees, you're going to start on minimum wage. People are going to look at it, probably wipe their bum with it, and then offer you a minimum wage job. So, to be honest, you'd be better off going to work in a fast food restaurant. Probably not KFC because they've run out of chicken this week, but McDonald's will have you. And from what I hear, a Mc job is a really good job with really good prospects. So why don't you do that instead? Now, I've got no problem with people who want degrees. People much smarter than me have got degrees, like my wife. But my wife's a teacher, and good for her. She's providing use and help to society. She's making the most of it. But someone who works in travel and tourism, what good are they? What point? I don't get it. I just don't understand. There's no need. There's no point. Don't bother. Now, this is going to come as a bit of a shock to some of you, but you don't actually need a degree to be successful. Take it from someone who knows. Me. I haven't got a degree. I didn't even go to university. I got really bad A-levels and I scraped my GCSEs. Yet still I managed to run two businesses that have been going for nearly 10 years. And I'm still here and I've got a roof over my head. Can you imagine? I know, it's mind-blowing, isn't it? But the truth of the matter is, a degree isn't the be-all and end-all. It doesn't measure you out to be successful or a failure. Ask some of the richest people in the world. My mate Duncan Bannatyne off the Twitter. He hasn't got a degree either. And you'd quite like his bank balance, wouldn't you? Hey Dunk, you out there listening? Tell him it's true that you don't need a degree. Some of my best friends are retired already and they didn't have degrees. Other people I know have got friends who are multi-millionaires and they can barely string a sentence together. They don't have some fancy bit of paper and a 50 grand debt. They just don't need it. So look, all this video is about really is that I don't have a problem with degrees, especially not ones that provide value to society. And if I was Prime Minister, those degrees would be free. Absolutely free. You wouldn't pay anything because they're great and they're worthy. But it's the rest of you, the whining little whinge bags, laying around expecting us to pay for you to drink beer for 3 years. They're the ones I've got problems with. Do a degree, by all means, but just don't expect the rest of us to pay for it. It's not how the world works. And you'll soon discover that the minute you leave the confines of your lefty Labour university. Stop listening to the nonsense that lecturers come out with. The world doesn't own you a living. You have to go out and earn it and prove yourself and earn respect. And then you'll be successful. Now, I think I've made myself relatively clear on my thoughts about tuition fees and degrees. Do a degree. They're great. But if you're going to do one, do one that's worthwhile. Everything else is just a waste of time. Anyway, thanks for watching this episode of Angry TV. I feel much better now I've got that off my chest. See you next time. Get a bloody job!